I'll give Jim Montgomery, and you be sure to let me know if you got any new scuttlebutt you're hearing on his future.
Yeah, let me check it out.
I can't imagine he's doing that much better, even despite 2 wins over the weekend.
He's not doing worse. I mean, that you're starting to turn it around.
Well,
2 wins. No, you're not giving him credit for 2 wins.
He's benching the superstar player, so I don't know how much better he's doing.
But they won. So, I mean, you benched the superstar player because you feel like you needed to.
Sure, but they
haven't given up a goal.
But they were already winning with him. It's not like they were down a goalie, benched him, and the team lit up. I mean, they just held on to win 2-0.
But they held on, right?
They
were up 2-0. He sits him down because he didn't like the turnover, trying to protect the lead. Didn't like how he was playing. Got a little loose with the puck, as it were.
I wouldn't use that as like a big response and like we're gonna go win one for Monty. They held on 2-0. It's not like they got all fired up and won the game. At least in my estimation, I don't.
No. But when so the report comes out or the scoop comes out that he's on the super hot seat.
Yeah. Jacobs is rattled awake in Buffalo and paying attention to what's going on, which is rare.
But they basically laid down and died against Carolina. Correct. And you're like, oh my god, like this is over. Like how is he even there?
Then they canceled practice the next day.
Yeah, so Philly. I'm like, that must be it. And since then, they've won back-to-back games. They've shut out both opponents, and you're like, all right, maybe this is something. Now, I think just the more games you play, the more sort of data we'll have on like how this turnaround really is going. I mean, they're 6-6-1. And this is a team that normally comes out of the gates house of fire.
Under Montgomery,
they don't lose their 6th game until like Christmas. Right. They're usually insane in the regular season. So that hasn't happened. But tonight in Toronto, I think is a pretty big game. Like what does it look like? I don't think they're gonna like win out after those reports. But like how do they play? How does Pastrnak specifically respond?
Add it to the list of big things going on today.
It's maybe the biggest.
It's maybe the biggest day. NFL trade deadline. We already did Tier Tuesday. We got our D'Angelo's subs, which are you done yours yet? You might be.
Yeah, I started late. I have a bite left. I couldn't. I started a little late in the break. I still have 1 bite remaining.
I actually haven't cracked mine yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yep.
I had some waiver claims to get in. And then we have Tommy Tuesday at high noon.
Coming up.
So a lot going on, but you're right. Bruins and Leafs tonight. Huge game.
But like how does Pastrnak specifically respond?
Well,
right?
and how does the team respond? Like they held on in that game. So you say he can't be doing much worse because they won 2 games. I get that. He's also now, like, in some ways at war with the star player who said the right thing.
He did.
Just like Brad Marchand. And this is to Monty's credit. Brad Marchand said the right thing after Montgomery shoved him. And Brad Marchand, for everyone to see, was tuning him out. Now he's benching Pastrnak, and Pasta's like, yep, had a bad turnover. I'm not going to be a distraction to the team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It still feels like a team that is checked out on their head coach, and we'll see tonight. They always beat the Leafs, right? They always
especially
beat
in the playoffs,
this team.
But yeah, they beat them once already this year, and maybe they'll
so
beat them again.
Let's see. That'll be a good indication.
I do give Monty credit though for it. I feel like he's
going down swinging.
Yes,
he's going. I think he's going down, but he's going down swinging, which I also give him credit.
Very
for.
well could be going down, but he says, one way. So the guy he replaced basically lost his job because the players didn't like him and they thought he was mean, and so. Whether Cam Neely and Don Sweeney just saw that from the outside or spoke to the players themselves, like that's how that last coach got canned.
Yep.
So if Montgomery wants to save his job outside of wins is the most important thing, it would be, hopefully these guys maybe go to bat for me. So if Cam or Don says to Marchand and Pastrnak, like, hey, we might get rid of Jim, you're hoping that they're like, no, don't do that. But if you shove one of them and then bench the other one, like you're like, I don't care what they say. Like I'm gonna go down. If they want to have a meeting with them, if they want to try to get me fired, so be it. But I'm gonna do what I think is the best. We know he's gonna jumble his lines all the time. That's something that he's always kind of done. But as far as like yanking playing time away from star player, that's a little bit different. And usually a coach on the hot seat might pamper and pause like whatever you want. Oh, look the other way when he turns it over. But he's at least trying to make some moves and see if that changes the result. So I give him credit for that.
I mean, look, if they respond to this, they rip off a bunch of wins, then we'll circle this, and Montgomery's right. I have zero problem with him benching David Pastrnak, by the way. Zero problem with it. Bad turnover, you can bench the star player for a period, that's fine.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to work out well for Montgomery, but I have no problem with it. Let's see. You start alienating these star players, they get you out. They did it with Bruce Cassidy, they did it with Claude, they'll do it with this guy. So I don't think it's going to end well for Montgomery, but I do give him credit for going down swinging, Keefe. I'm with you on that. And let's see how they respond tonight against Toronto, because typically it's the team they beat in their sleep. Playoffs, regular season, doesn't matter. That's typically the way it goes.
It's tough because they've played more games than some of the other teams, but right now, as of this second, I know it's insanely early, but just for the sake of where Monty is, like They went from last place or tied for last place in the division. They've won 2 games in a row. They're currently a wild card team. And at 6-6-1, like that's not a great start. I'm not saying, hey, look at you, but
look,
if they play a little bit better from here on out, they should be back where we expect them to be, which is the playoffs.
This is still a coach that the organization doesn't believe in. They didn't give him a contract, so they don't believe in him.
No.
You can say what you want, you can listen to their words, or you can pay attention to their actions. They don't believe in him as an organization. The Jacobs family, Cam, Don Sweeney, they don't believe in him. The players just tuned him out in Carolina. He called the whole team out. He shuffled the lines. They didn't respond.
Yeah.
So they've happened to win 2 games in a row. I think it's prolonging the inevitable. Maybe the Bruins were just waiting for a very, very busy Tuesday, the NFL trade deadline, to bury the news.
Yeah, madness.
But I don't think it's going to end well for him. So you can stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, big shout out to D'Angelo's. You deserve a serious lunch upgrade. You can get it with D'Angelo's grilled sandwiches. We do that every single Tuesday here on Jones and Keefe. We're very, very thankful for it. If you're looking for a spot to go grab lunch today, great spot to do it. I saw you had a number 9. I got the chicken teriyaki over here.
Very good.
They dropped off some bowls too, where if you want, I like my bread.
Yeah.
But if you want to go bread-free, they have those options as well.
My carbs or something.
At D'Angelo's. So big shout-out to them. And shout-out to anyone looking to sponsor a lunch spot here on Jones and Keefe. We're Boston's lunch spot.
4 other days.
D'Angelo's has the market cornered on Tuesday, but you're Monday.
Yeah.
You're Wednesday.
Call about Thursday.
Maybe check in about Friday.
Friday would be good. Going into the weekend?
Power rank those. You can get in line there. Sponsorship opportunities are available.